Okay, basically now we're gonna go over some of these commands. Okay, so basically there's a confusion between import and export and vary on and vary off. What is it? What does import export mean? Where are you importing it to and where are you exporting it to? So there was a question on this. Okay, so here's the server that we have. Okay, it's a very small system. It only has 2 disks. Okay, now this server has the has a system on root VG. Now, now there's another disk over here, H disk one. What is on it? We don't know. Like I did a lsvg command. What output did I get? I only see one VG. I don't see any other VG. But this does have some data on it. One way I know is a PVID is set. Typically, a PVID is set when you add a disk to a volume group. Okay, that's typically when a PVD ID is set. Okay, you can set the PVID ourselves, but that's usually generally not done on special case scenarios that you would need to do that. Um, and typically, when you're doing something, you would go through the documentation and you will follow it, and you will see that they will tell you that, hey, you need to set the PVID. Then you go and do it based on their requirements. Okay, so I don't know what's on this disk, but if I do an import VG space minus yes, okay, I can call this whatever I want. I can say, I can say XYZ, XYF. I can call it app VG. I can call it Oracle VG. I can call it whatever I want. Okay, let's just call it data VG. Okay, and then I give the H disk. Which disk I want to import. Okay, the name does not matter. I can import it one time as data VG. The next time I can do it as app VG. Really does not matter. Okay, I don't have permissions because I am not root. Okay. Okay, now I am root. So now I can just go ahead and run this command. A lot of issues. And these issues could be because we actually did a migration installation from 5.2 to 5.3. And no, actually we had a 5.2 system installed on here, and I bet this LVM or this file system belonged to 5.2, and it had some issues trying to bring it online. Um, but looks like it still was able to bring it online, even though with all these errors and warnings that we got. So now if I do a LSVG, now I see 2 of them, and then you also see it over here as well. Um, let's see what file systems are on here. If I do a LSVG minus L and give the VG name, I don't think it's gonna work because it was a file. It was a 5.2, and trying to correct it will be a waste of time. And we don't need to because we have no need. We have no data that we desperately need that's on this file system. Okay, so what we're gonna basically do is uh, we have to vary off VG. Okay, unaccountable. Now we get an issue. Let's go to the man pages. Looks like they don't really have a force or anything to do that. Let's see. Looks like even though we got that error message or warning, it still deactivated the volume group, which is fine. Let's just export that volume group and continue with our session. Okay, so we're trying to keep this in 15 minutes, so I got like 10 minutes to go through this. So basically, we're gonna create a VG. I just like to go ahead and use Smitty. I know many of them just want to do it by command line, but Smitty's there. I got enough to memorize. Why not use it? So add a volume group. We can create an original, name it data VG. Uh, what physical volume? Escape 4. It gives you the list. Pick the disk. Force rate. I'm gonna have to do a yes here because it already has a PVD on it. PVID on it. It's gonna have a VGDA on it. So it's not going to, it's going to fail. So I need to do that. I need to do a yes over there. Okay, do you want to activate the volume group automatically on the restart? Let's do a no on this one. Do you want anything specific major number? No, I don't care about the major. I don't want to give it a specific major number. Enter. You just want to make sure you're sure. Okay, and continue. And that's it. Uh, Command when okay, so that's what it needs when it's completed. Okay, escape 0 to exit out of there. So if you do LSPV, it created the volume group and it brought it online. Okay, how sweet it is. So LSVG minus L, data VG, nothing on here. Empty, pure empty disk. Okay, so basically, what did we just do? We just did it. We did an example of an import, but it failed because it was a 5.2. So now we can actually do a very off VG, and it should just simply why is it doing that? LVM system call found on an unaccountable error, internal error. Well, it could, but I'm wondering why it's doing that though. Unable to allocate space on the file system. Okay, what file system are you referring to? Root file system. Okay. Major minor number. Let me increase some space on here. Okay. So man, this file system is already 100%, very very small. So let's give it let's give it some power. So first I need to find out what type of VG is it. So minus L root VG, LSVG minus L root VG. I think this file system problem is causing all this problem. So let's just take a guess. It's a JFS2. Okay, we do a change in show root VG. Um, I really don't know how big that file system is at that using that, but we'll give it at least 500 megs. Root VG doesn't. I mean, root file system doesn't really need a whole lot storage. Failing. Can I get the VG partition size? Oh, why can it not get the VG partition size? An uncountable error. Hopefully I don't have any hardware problems. It seems like I should not have any hardware problems, even though there was a system planner problem a couple of days back. And then again over here, the same day, just different time. We didn't shut down at this time. The dump's too small, but that shouldn't cause this issue. Um, I still didn't add any space. Um, did it do a core dump? Why did it go to why did it go to 100 all of a sudden? I'm wondering that. Was it 100 before? I don't have that much. I don't see any core file. Let's see. I don't see anything over here either. Okay. What minus n, I think. Pref. Okay. Let me go into pref and see maybe if I can delete some stuff. Down to 76%. Let me see if I try to increase it now. Would I have any issues? Megs. There you go. That was very unusual. That file system error gave us that issue. You see that? The file system error gave us that much of an issue. We cleared up the file system, and we were able to increase it without any issue. We weren't able to do anything. That was kind of interesting, wasn't it? Okay, that kind of put us a little bit over, but we were able to export the file system. Sorry, if I do a LSVG, we varied off that file system. So let's export VG and data VG. Okay, LSPV. Okay, none. So see, none, nothing here. If I do LSVG, it doesn't know it anymore. Okay, so when you're importing it and exporting it, you're importing it, exporting it to the system. So the system doesn't know it no more. It has that disk, but it doesn't know what VG is on it. You want to see what file system's on it, you cannot see. Okay, because the system doesn't know it. Okay, so okay, we're gonna stop here for now. The other commands are pretty straightforward, and we'll try to finish. We'll try to have these examples available on a couple of more. I'll have a list of tasks that I want to do that typically admins will do typically admins do, and we'll go through that uh, and I can't do extend and reduce because I don't have enough disk to do that. And I don't have enough disk to do the mirroring either. Okay, thanks. Bye bye.